There you go. I'm back. Hello, everyone. I'm going to take a look at this week of astrology and just take a peek into what's going on. And hello, everybody. I am on Facebook now and I'm on Periscope again. Hello. I was on Periscope earlier. So let me close my door before my family gets crazy. Woo! Here I am. I am back again. So we're going to take a look at, and I'll look at the energies this week. So this is personal healing this week, I believe, and your confidence and fulfilling your own need and desires and pursuing the things that you care about. Yes. So we are coming into a week of, it's a good week. There's going to be, minor volcanoes that's going to come up, but I believe the overall feeling, my intent here is to find like the real good positive stuff, and let's ride this positive energy so that we are not getting stuck in the old mud. And I did a tarot readings for the week. So if you want to look at that, it's on my YouTube page, and you can go to Mary June Tracy YouTube page and subscribe and like. Yes, baby. I'm still drinking coffee. One of those days. So we're going to start off. I mean, the moon is still in Libra and we still are in that full moon energy. And it is a beautiful energy for transformation and change. Now, the energies of fire can make people a little bit of anxiousness. If you're not used to a lot of this fire and this energy coming full steam ahead for you, it could feel very overwhelming. So just an FYI. And that feeling of getting things done could be a feeling of anxiousness for you. So honor that. I know I have it. Not everybody's going to have it. Some people are like, yeah, it's fire. And I love it because they are a fire sign. But those who have a lot of water in their sign will feel, might feel a little bit more of the anxiety and the anxiousness when it comes to this energy. Just an FYI, just giving you a little bit of a heads up. Or if you have earth, like a lot of earth in your sign too, could be a part of it also. So this, as we're coming in, we're going to have Mercury in Pisces, and it's going to conjunct Neptune in Pisces. So both the communication planets and the planets of hopes and dreams are in water signs of Pisces. So you're very much connected to the unmanifested, the spiritual world of things. If you're a psychic and intuitive, you're very much connected to the unmanifested of the spiritual side of things. If you're, being a psychic intuitive, or you work creatively, you're really going to be on the top of your game because you're able to access unmanifested realms of everything that could be very easily. And the moon is in Libra still, and this is for Monday and Tuesday, and otherworldly. So a sense of balance when it's Pluto in Capricorn, and it's trining Mars in Gemini and Jupiter in Aquarius. That's really, this is really interesting because your emotionally certainty is going to urge you to make practical changes in your life. You feel superly, that's a good word. I would say empowered. You're authentic. You're really wanting to speak your truth at that time. You've got a great appreciation for the wisdom of other people and of the collective wisdom. So this is that you can learn from other people. This is where you can help. This is a really great day if you do need help, if you need to ask for help from other people. Monday, this is great. If you need some help, and I know a lot of people don't like to ask for help. So I don't like asking for help. Nobody ever helps me when I ask them. Just saying. This is a day to go out and really get that help and ask for that help. And as we go forward with this energies, this is where, a great appreciation for the wisdom of others, or the collective wisdom that you can learn from other people, and that they can help you and you can help them do really do service and orient it, and your focus of fulfilling and meeting your own needs. So there's a wonderful energy and a balance on Monday, and which allows you to really in lots of different areas. You have a great energy, a drive in the purpose. Your imagination is fired, and it gives you a wonderful optimism and an outlook of the future, and makes you feel like the world is your oyster. So anything is possible. Your relationships are in a good place, and if you are in a bind or you're struggling, again, this is where I'm saying this is where you can get the supports of friends and family, that either emotional support, financial support. It is a really good day to ask for help, to receive that help, and to actually accept it. Now, when I said before, it's people feel it's a sign of weakness. But you got to also think is like you have the energy that you love to help other people, and the satisfaction of what that gives you. You also have to look at what the same thing will happen for somebody else, right? And there's no shame in it. Everyone needs help and support in some way. So if you're struggling today, I might ask. If you need help, if you need to receiving, this is a time to ask. And on the flip side, if someone is going to ask you, this is where you are able to help them. And this is a very intuitive, creative energy. So of easy to meet work targets, to set your own goals at work, to achieve those goals. And then on Tuesday, the 30th of March, we've got the moon entering Scorpio. So now we have more water in the chart. Your intuition gets even stronger. You're able to put your finger on things that are usually hidden from you. And you may understand certain relationships much better. And if someone tells you something, but you feel that it doesn't match with the energy between you are really going to pick up on that kind of thing. So be certain about your truth. This is, again, we're going back to your values. What are your values? Your values may not be what somebody else's values. So this is where, situations really is so that you are prone to being who you need to be. And there's going to be, I got like gaslighting by other people that goes, out the window, or you're completely certain that what you are feeling and what your real situation is. But I feel like there's something to do with the double-edged sword. So this is really coming into your truth, right? This is like, if are you doing something because this is what you are doing, or are you committing yourself or doing something because other people say that you have to be committed to it, yet you don't want to be committed to it? So that's where Tuesday comes in. Like, this is my values. This is what I love. This is what I want to do. Yet, are you being pulled in a way for somebody else or something else to make you do something that you don't necessarily want to do? Something to think about as we are in the beginnings of this week, right? So this is where, with that double-edged sword that comes in. So we got to look. And this is your truth, and you're not willing to budge. So with that, and we have the Scorpio moon opposes Uranus and Taurus. So again, this desire that I want to change my life based on my feelings, and it squares Saturn in Aquarius, quincunxes Chiron in Aries, and the Sun in Aries, and Venus in Aries. She's got a lot of energy there. And you continue to have an appreciation for other people, and you recognize that there is a lot that you can learn from others, but you also realize that if you're giving help and if you're being supportive, that certain people could do things for themselves, you start to add a criteria to your help. So, okay, I'm willing to be there for you and to support you, but if I feel that you actually have the skills and experience to do this for yourself, then I'm not going to be willing to do it for you. So That said, if you're asking to help or if you're giving help, do it on Monday, because you're going to be much easier than on Tuesday. And on Tuesday, you kind of have to qualify for that help. And on Monday, because it's going to be much easier than on Tuesday. And on Tuesday, you kind of have to qualify for the help. On Monday, it's really given to you. You give it freely as well. And it's Aries energy, and the sun and Venus and Chiron strengthens your resolve. So you're focused on the self, and it says, I want to pursue the things I love, my desires, and really, really that are important to me. And if I pursue those things, it will help me. It will make me feel good. And Venus in Aries, sextiling Saturn in Aquarius, whoo! That accept really, this is everything that's been going on so far. Venus's personal planet, love, creativity, and she's in Aries. And if I want to pursue what I love, if I am creative, this is what I want to do, right? So this energy is coming in to get you to get creative, to really pursue what it is that you want to pursue and go forth with it, right? It's important. It's very important for you to go forth with this energy. And in saying that, we have, pulling back my notes. I made sure, because I went through the sides. I went through everything to make sure I had the facts down for you guys today. So in Aries, it says, if I pursue what I love, and if I create, if I express myself, if I do my own thing, when I will bring love into my life, right? And with that sextile was, going to Aquarius, yes, other people have great knowledge. Yes, other people have rules. They are there for a reason, and I appreciate that. And I could work within that, but I also need to look for myself, and I need to look out for me, and what I'm doing. I can't just dismiss myself for the sake of other people. That's going to be, again, we're coming in. Remember, at the beginning of the year, I said this is a year of really acknowledging your values of what is important to you and not compromising them for other people. If it does not feel right, if it is feeling deep down and you're feeling like, no, baby, I ain't going to do that, that's just fucked up shit, then it's not in your lineup, right? So you got to honor that. And that's where this energy is coming in. Got to honor that, right? So this is about, really productive. This is really productive. You can be really helpful, but if the rules and restrictions get too much, you may bristle against them. You may like, ugh. And I just, when I said that, the image I got was a little hedgehog. That's what I got, a little hedgehog with little bristles on there, right? And it's like, no, I'm not going to, when they could go into a ball, or they have those little bristles on them. It's like, no, I'm not, that just doesn't feel right to me. So I'm going to trust my own intuition. I'm going to trust this gut feeling. And with Mars and with Mercury in Neptune, and coming up with Neptune in Pisces, is this watery intuition of knowingness and trusting in that knowingness, right? And that's what we got to come into. And that, again, we're going to go back to, many of us might feel this is overwhelming, but that water energy is really coming in this week. We have this water energy, and that is getting us to really step into our intuition for the week. So with that energy, so you may, actually know to say no thank you. The feelings deepen on Tuesday, and if something goes wrong, you may develop a sense of a suspicion, like other people did this to you deliberately. So before you jump to conclusions, before you blame others, look at your part in the situation. That's the whole thing, is that if you're getting a little bit like you're like, someone peed in your cereal or what have you, this is about, let me see what my part of the situation is. you know? So if you do that, you'll start to see a pattern in what's going on, and you're actually resolving that pattern and taking some accountability and responsibility for it. And by doing that, you're less likely to blame other people, to be resentful or angry at others, and be more productive in resolving and allowing for that light of you to come forward, really. So remember the golden rule. If you don't want to be shredded with criticism, you know, don't do other people that. Like, don't piss on other people if you don't want people to be pissing on you. So try and avoid extreme reactions. And put here is that if someone says the wrong thing to you, or if you feel like you've been insulted and there's really a potential to cancel a relationship altogether, to cut someone out of the relationship completely. Now, I know that we don't always say the right things. Even if you're thinking something, if you're supportive, or if you want to give a compliment, sometimes it comes out maybe a little wrong and the other person takes it badly, and it's like, oh, what just happened? That wasn't my intention. And so, this is, I mean, we do it. You write something on Facebook and it's like, holy shit, that's not what I meant. And people are just like blowing up all over you. And you're just like, what the heck? Okay. I'm going to just back off, because they're everybody needs to take a chill pill. So if you find yourself bringing down the guillotine and saying that it's just, look at that and say it is a little bit extreme, it is right that I need to step back. And it's not that, if you've been in a relationship for a long time, it's not like one remark you're going to end it. Like, heavenly, no, that's not what you're going to do. Okay. So just, be aware of that, because on Wednesday, the 31st, we have the sun in Aries pulling, and it is coming with Saturn in Aquarius. So a similar vibe of intense, of this sense of intensity is there. But I have to look after myself, and what am I doing? And other people have and may have something to contribute. I still need to stick to the rules. And I can achieve a lot with a framework, and it's okay. And Scorpio is squaring Jupiter, and the Scorpio moon is squaring Jupiter in Aquarius. So appreciation similarly for your own feelings and the feelings of others. And it's trining Neptune and Mercury in Pisces. So imagination and intuition and the psychic side of things is really strong. And I have to say, anyone who works in the field as a healer, or is an intuitive or a channel, the first 3 days of the week are fabulous to pull on that creative energy and bring in that creative energy. It is like really inspirational. It really can bring you into some fabulous connections. And that's what I found even for myself this morning in doing this morning and getting the information. It was my guide saying, okay, look over here, and tapping into that energy, tapping into and trusting that, yes, this is where I'm being led to. Some of it was really getting me very anxious. I'll say that, definitely getting me anxious, definitely getting me like, okay, why am I feeling this way? And I'm just like, I haven't even, this morning, I haven't had coffee yet. Why am I feeling this way? And even a little bit of lightheadedness, where I was feeling like really kind of out of it this morning. So I had to come in, and I did my meditations and I did my grounding, and loads of downloads were coming into me to come in to discuss what I needed to do the reading this morning, set up things, in a new way. And it was totally amazing. So, stepping into that energy is just fabulous. It really is. So that psychic side, really strong. And same with that healing side. So even if you are wanting, if you need a healing this week, book your healing in, if you're in the Calgary area, definitely you can go down, book on Blessed Circle, and you can come in and get a healing done. So connecting with that. So there's that inspiration that comes in with it. So along with that, there could be somewhere the right muses, the whispering into your ears. So you're already connected. So allowing for that intuition to come forth, that message that you get for other people about certain situations, come up and emerges. This creative is happening, decoding or feeling that you have to decode, that that they work hand in hand. So just to be aware, because the first 3 days in Scorpio moon, sextiling Pluto and Capricorn. So again, the messages are coming again and again and again, that you are going to be very willing to make real life changes based on your feelings. So it's almost like there's no telling you if you feel it to be true. If you know that's true inside your, that's the end of it. So, if you're codependent or if you're easily influenced, then that's wonderful. Because if you are in that way, this tendency is going to be allowing you to cut people off and not even enter discussions where they should be. It's like almost where this energy is coming in saying, no, I just know this is it. Like it's it. I know, I'm not, there's no discussion in it. That's how powerful this energy is coming in, and willing to listen and be patient with this too. So there is a middle ground. And within Wednesday, you feel much more settled internally, and there's less pressure and the feeling of less disconnected. So this is where if you're not used to this energy, this can kind of throw you off. It can really get you where it's like, oh my God, what's going on? You really got to come into that connectedness, that alignment, come into your breathing. 21-day meditation is starting April 1st. Sign up for it. You want to start so you're not feeling so all over the place. This next 21-day meditation is going to be for you. Really, it is. So this is about looking into really inspires you to start your own projects, for instance, a newspaper article that can be expanded into a book, a conversation that turns into a piece of art, or a conversation that makes you realize that, wow, I love this person. I want to marry them. That's the feelings. That's the certainty. Then the action based on those feelings, and you'll find it easier to be inspired by people, but at the same time, your critical faculties are still switched on. So similar to earlier in the week. So you use those insights of yourself that you're doing the intuitive and creative process, and don't use it and go overboard and cancel other people out of your life, moving, right away. So this is like, you're not just going to cancel people out of your life, but this is like you're getting to know, you're trusting your feelings. Maybe there's somebody that you're just going to keep at bay, and that's okay. Other people you just absolutely know. It's, and then on Thursday, April 1st, I will no longer be on Periscope. So please, those on Periscope, please follow me on the Guru Mama page or on YouTube. Come on over and follow me there, because I will not be on Periscope anymore. So the moon is going into Sagittarius. So we got the new month, and we've got a completely change of energy. That moon in Sag is the element of fire. It's about what is out there and what you're going to explore. It's about independence. There could be a little bit where you want to take a day trip somewhere, some excitement, some fun. The Sag moon trines Chiron and the sun and Venus in Aries, another fire side. So we're really lit up here on the 1st of April, and it gives you a great energy without the emotional crunchiness. And so without that kind of push and pull, and that you've been feeling so far. With that said, the real intuition, that stuff isn't going to be so accessible, because you are now much more interested in the real world. So so what's happening here? Let me come here. So what's happening? So you're taking this intuition and now it's coming in to the real world. You're taking that inspiration, those ideas, the fire's coming in and it's coming out. You're making it tangible. So this is a manifesting week. This is a moonfesting week, however you want to describe it. It is a week to bring in. And that's why I say, because you might be feeling like, oh, I got to get this done. I got to get this done. That's why it's so important to come in, ground, breathe, and doing our work. Because this week can really, it is like, if you've ever gone sailing and you haven't moved the sails in the right way and that gull of wind just takes you. I mean, we've been seeing, because we have a wind warning right now here in Calgary area. So this wind can come up and it can take you just like, whoosh, out of the blue. And even if you walk downtown in big cities, when there's a wind warning out, you gotta, like, sometimes it's like you're walking along and you hit a street and it's a wind tunnel and you're just like, whoa, and you're trying to walk. So it can blow you a little bit off, so you gotta just be aware of all of this that's coming in, because it's a lot, baby. It is a lot. And we really want to make the best of this energy this week. So just an FYI. So, excuse me. So the feeling so far and the intuition and stuff isn't going to be, as I said, accessible, because we are, more interested in the world. What you can do to have fun, and fun for showing what you want to do. So this is where the fun part comes in, because it's fire. You might want to get out. You want to get out and walk or run or see some sights, some kind of energy, however. And the saving grace, and what still puts intuition into the chart, it's still there. It's Thursday, is Mars is still in Pisces. So you can get the imaginative, creative, easily again. Let's bring that in. And it's sextiling over to Pluto in Capricorn. And I find so interesting about this week is that the watery signs and all the watery energy connects with the outer energies that urges us us to cement those feelings, cement them down, these feelings, into the real life. So, like, for example, if I realized I loved this person and I want to marry them, the whole week so far that I've looked at is all about that there are major changes in your life, major check marks that are coming in. And if they are based on feelings, because that's the cause, that's a check mark that you could continue. If other people have decided for you and you don't want to do this, there's gonna be a compromise. There's gonna be a big cross. It's gonna be like, I ain't doing this. But if this is like, yeah, this is really what I want to do, right? So you got to look at where are these big crosses? Where are the check marks that I want to put in my life? And don't do it, or don't, again, don't let yourself be bulldozed into doing things that you don't want to do. And with that shift into the fire moon, moving into Sagittarius, you become less productive in the terms of work, and focus shifts to having fun, to doing things, exercising, socializing. You're able to shift gears internally, but you are not out of the woods completely. The peace that you feel and the sense of the future. And you could be incredibly fragile. You're kind of growing into this energy. And if you find yourself in hot water with other people or some sort of circumstances at work or in the home that's problematic for you. And if you feel a sense of suspicion again that you had earlier in the week, then you may decide to completely blow up. And just saying, you could become nuclear. Like, so you really have to be aware of this, because fire energy, when fire hits, just to saying, my little fire signs out there, just saying, fire signs, you guys can go nuclear. And what I mean by that is that when fire signs get pissed off, they can just like, right? Just like that. And then they're done. And then there's this aftermath of whatever. And you're just like, oh my God, what just happened? So you really got to check yourself on that day. So join the meditation so that doesn't happen. Join the meditation, and you'll find that it'll help to really center yourself, so you're not going to go nuclear on that day, because you feel like you're being victimized, or you're not going to take that line down, and you're going and you're going to be like a caged animal, and I'm not accepting this. So so the conflict comes in, and you need to manage the day to surround yourself with people and places and things that actually enjoy, that aren't going to drive you up the wall with anger. But if you can't, if you don't have the luxury of doing like something like that, if you have to go to work and you got an asshole for a boss that you just, the potential there is to blow up. But I have to say, and I'm not going to, you may not be going to bite your tongue anymore, and that time has passed, and speaking my truth. And if everything blows up to smithereens, then so you have to be like really, this could be really fatalistic on Thursday. So we know that can end badly. Okay. So if you told your boss something, but then afterwards you don't have a job that day, you don't just not have a job that day, but it's the next day, and you're going to do something. So you don't want to sabotage yourself through anger. So Thursday, okay, on Thursday, and then on Friday the 2nd is Good Friday. If you celebrate, if you're, in the Christian holiday, and Easter is one of my favorite. I love Easter. I love that energy, that rebirthing energy of Easter. Like the fact that it doesn't matter what happens to you, but you can go through absolutely the worst things that are there, and there's no coming back from. And though some sort of otherworldly energies can come in, the power, the impossible can achieve and be achieved, and you can transcend all of it and rise above. Above. So 1 second, my grandson. Hang on.
And can I have my cookie?
You gotta ask your mom. I ain't gonna answer that one because I don't want the explosions here. So this is where this energy that comes in on Friday, this is why I love it so much, is that Easter, it doesn't matter how other people blemish you or her, life blemishes us all. And you observe clear, emotional, there's a part of you that resides in this wonderful spiritual truth, and it can do the impossible, right? And the miraculous, and that constance within you. And I love Easter for reminding us that our life, illustrating it to begin with, that we are not these bodies, and the things that happen to us, the way other people define us, or the stories that are told about us, we are the potential within that. We can have a sense, and that leads us, that's more good in our lives, and bring that in. And Friday, April 2nd, The moon is in Sagittarius. So, and it squares Neptune, Pisces, and Mercury in Pisces. And that's lovely because that allows you to gallop off into your imagination completely. So you're kind of like in a little fantasy bubble. And sometimes it's nice to be in a fantasy bubble. Allows you to have some this fantasy land. It's not very practical, but it makes you feel good. And here you're able to explore your dreams and hopes. And it really allows you to get in touch with yourself. And this Sagittarius moon opposes Gemini. It trines Venus and Aries, Mercury in Pisces, still sextiles Pluto in Capricorn. So the same kind of vibe should make change in this real world. I get to speak my truth, what I love, and what is what I get. I'm entitled to all good things. So again, you're not practically crippled with self-doubt or asking permission or waiting for for your real certainty, but this is a fabulous day so that you can focus on you and your feelings, and the things are difficult and you may have the desire to escape and check out for a little bit and take a bit of a break, a good day to wind down, to relax, just to get your thoughts to gather in. This is, this may be someone challenging because of the same time, there could be some things that are coming across you, but it's time for you to really Friday to check in and really check in with that energy. And Friday is that time of us saying, yeah, I can transcend, I can move up beyond that of what others or what is being persecuted upon me. So it is a really beautiful energy. And in saying that, it is like this energy is very fragile. So keep an energy on your mood. And let's say there is something that you absolutely fall in love with, and you got to go after it, and you got rejected, and that's not going to go down very well. And with the rejection, it's really on this part you might be feeling low in terms of the way you feel, and I've been rejected. Okay, you're going to feel a little bit worse, right? So there's that energy of feeling a little bit worse than what you are. But on the flip side, if you are feeling fabulous, it can actually move you up higher. So just be aware that because this energy that's coming in too with Friday, and it could blow up, it could be a clear blow up energy, it's still really there. And you don't want to overreact or go extreme, because you are the one who's going to have to pay the emotional price for it. So with all of this, taking that time to be in that fantasy, get in contact with your emotions, really work things through is really a benefit here, because you don't want to pay the emotional price with this. So take care of your emotional self, your emotions. That really your main job today. And there's a lot going on that could make you react in a big way. And I don't know about you, but I don't like being angry or irritated all the time. It just exhausts me, and I can't deal with anger anymore. I can't deal with it. You know, so it's self-discipline. It's not worth throwing the fits. It really isn't, and the emotional drama. So Saturday the 3rd, we've got Mercury going into Aries, and Mercury is the god of communication. The planet is now in spring with the rest of these planets and its energy. So communication planet is focused on you and what you want. And really now comes all of this. It's like this dog shaking off all of the water, and it's able to hear, and it's in the fire, and it's really bringing in a lot of information. So it's very much about what's next and what we are doing and what are the problems and how we can overcome them. So it's more a real world energy, because more real, so you can kind of sense a sense of ease and comfort and drive. You are a little bit pushes you to be super productive, and then the kind of move into the fantasy bubble. with the difficult relationships, and here's at the end of the weekend, you are now back in work mode. And it's like you got this Capricorn energy. The moon is trining over to Uranus in Taurus. The things that work, that you want to work on, unexpected outcome rather than making decisions based on feelings. You're really, all of this energy comes in. We're getting productive. We're going to start doing things. Aries and is genuinely healing, you know, it's a healing cause. So if you achieve something on Saturday, either in your work, will structure something more effectively in your personal life. You're coming in, this is really, you know, over Saturday and Sunday. If you are wanting to do any resume works and do resumes, definitely sending your resume out would be a very good time with that energy. And the moon in Capricorn wants you to achieve something. So you only get to stop working when you are done something marvelous. And it really puts expectations upon you, and it's somewhat difficult to satisfy, but you will satisfy it in Saturday, because all of that you are, all of that kind of energy that you've gone through, and this week, this is like, I mean, there's just so much this week. I can't, you know, of the emotions and going through all of this and the transformation, and then coming into and saying, let's make it work, let's put it down into this work. This is the day. And your lifestyle, your connections to a place, or you may feel like that you've outgrown something, and it could be something to do with addictions. So addictions kind of come in on Saturday, and suddenly that held you or held you back of the grips, you're willing to let it go. Like there is this sense of, I'm done. And you know, this window to do something about this pattern of addiction or this relationship, whereas before I was just a slave to it, I was forced to continue with it. It's only really opens up on Saturday. And it's interesting that this falls on Easter Saturday, because it was really about rebirth. It's about letting go of things that have enslaved you and held you down and oppressed you. Now freeing yourself from those, and to live completely different life. And I can't underline enough how life changing that is. Every, you know, like an instant with recovery and addiction. Every recovery has a starting point with the first minute where you decide to not have that drink anymore, not smoke a cigarette or whatever it is. Those first minutes and hours in the days feel very precarious, because it's like, I'm not going to relapse my, you know, and go back to this suffering, and I'm ready, and I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. So it is coming in with this faith that's required to continue on this energy, and faith comes in so strongly on Saturday. Having that faith in yourself, and the faith that, yes, I can come and do this, and the courage to change, and I don't need this anymore, and I've outgrown this, and I have the courage to change it, and I don't need this, you know, I don't need it. And honoring yourself with that, and it's naturally, it's growing, and you know, it's allowing for yourself to step into it. It's better than landing in rehab. So, and on Sunday, April 4th, Easter Sunday, we've got the Capricorn moon squaring the sun and Venus in Aries. So wow, you can really pave the way on the new path. And I'm getting like a, you know, a garden with stones, and stones going to the shed, and so you don't step in all the mud and the muck. And you have Neptune in Pisces. So, and we have this quincunx too with Mars in Gemini. So this is your authentic self. This is coming into your truth and coming into that beauty of your truth and your wisdom. And this is by Sunday, your ability to work and are getting somewhere. And this is coming into this beautiful energy. And this being a holiday, this Easter holiday, in the terms of astrology, this is a rebirthing of the astrology. This astrology is totally rebirthing. This is a transformation. You know, when they do the blood and the wine and the communion, it is that transformation. It transcends ultimately that point, and that's where we're heading. We're ultimately stepping into this wonderful energy of transformation and transcending. And that's where this is astrology. This is, I'm not talking about dogma or any other stuff. This is the astrology that is showing this transformation and transcendent of energy of what it is that we want to change within our life. And that's how we close the week. So we're going through this emotional turmoil. And I kind of think, and I don't want to bring this in being religious or anything, but I kind of think of, how Jesus comes in, and he comes in into the city, and, he's loved, and there's all this emotion and everything, and the intuition that feels really great. And you're coming in, you're having the meal with your best buds, and you're eating, and you're having fun, and you're drinking, and you're just enjoying, and you're having this beautiful energy with your best buds. Yet there is this energy of transformation that that you have to go through. There's a death and rebirth that we have to go through. And on Sunday, it is that rebirthing that we step into. It is a beautiful type of energy of rebirthing. And we end the week with that. It's so fucking awesome. It's just, astrology blows my mind. It always does. It blows my mind. So if you are needing an inquiry on your chart, definitely go to the Guru Mama. Let's book you in, and let's take a look at what the chart. Where are these? Where is all of this in your chart? Of your transformation, of your transcendent, of you stepping into the newness of your world, and how is that going to play out for you over the next several months? Have a blessed one, everybody. Thank you for joining me. You guys are awesome. Definitely, the 21-day meditation starts April 1st. Fabulous day to start it because of all that explosiveness that is happening with the fire. But have a blessed one. Have a great day. Step into your power and your intuition, and honor your own values. May the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you in all that you say, and all that you be, and all that you do. Blessed be everybody. Thank you for being a part of my world. God bless you, and the Goddess bless you. Bye-bye.